Hello, welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and today I am going to finish up this folder folio that is included in a kit, is actually a kit unto itself from Nanine at Collage Type, and I will have her information all linked below, and I will directly link the 4 kits that I am using in this entire Ivory project. I will also put links to my previous videos on making this folio. And I think that I have got all figured out what I'm going to do. I hope. How about that? And so I've got paper clips all over the place to help me remember what it is I am doing. So first things first, I have in this pocket, not only have I kept that open, but it is open right in there. And so I need something to put in there because it's not much use to have a pocket without something in it, right? Especially if it's hidden, you want it to be something that's useful. So I have decided I'm going to make a butterfly booklet. Just a little small booklet, but it fits in there perfectly whenever it will fit in there perfectly after I sew it together. I'm going to ink these pieces and then I will sew it and I'll be right back. Right. So I inked it and I sewed it. I may come back and I think that I want to add some different color inks to some of these pieces that I am making. Right now I'm using mostly bundled sage. Matter of fact, I think that's all I've used thus far. But I do have other ink colors picked out that I want to incorporate as well. So I am just tying a knot at both ends of the butterfly stitches. This is not easy to do because I decided I was going to rip my fingernail off. Well, not my fingernail, although part of it is torn. Well, a lot of it is torn. But my gel's ripped, and it's connected just right there, and it hurts like crazy. All right, the bottom strings I'm going to snip off very, very close to the knot. Not on the knot because then it doesn't do any good. It doesn't hold anything together. And then I am going to go ahead and fold this in half like a little book. And I am going to tuck it into our little secret tuck spot right there and see how much string I need to leave so that I can pull it out. And I think that that's plenty. Because that keeps it kind of hidden. If you don't know to pull the string, you won't pull the string, right? Right. Okay. So there is part 1. I'm going to set my tag over here so I don't mislay it. And that part didn't even take any glue. I will have this green paper clip as part of the thing that keeps this flap down. All right. Next, I was just going to do a little collage up here. Don't think that was holding anything else in. And I've got this butterfly, and I do think I'm going to go ahead and switch my inks. I'm going to go with some antique linen, which I know isn't very dark, but it is darker than white. I have this stamp that also says love, and I'm actually going to stamp it onto that page as well, which means I kind of need to open it up. So this is just going to go straight on, I think. Oh, I think I want to put a little bit of lace behind that. Yep, and I don't think that that'll interfere with the stamping either. I'm gonna make that a little more even. Set that to the side. I'll probably use it somewhere else. that, and then I'll stamp, and then the butterfly will go there. Yep, that works for me. All right, there's the lace. And since this is going to be going on top of the lace, I missed the glue right there. Since this is going on top of the lace, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac to fasten it as well. To attach it, I guess, not fasten it. It's kind of the same word. To adhere it, is that the word I want? I don't know. It's hard working without your first finger when that's what you're used to having to work with. And if this doesn't work, I can always cover it up. Don't ever be afraid to experiment because you're afraid of messing it up. Ouch. I like that. I think that looks good. All right. And I need to, ouch, quit trying to use that first finger that I don't really have use of. I am just doing the back of that because it might show. All right, I like that. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit of this washi up here to pull in these two different shades of deep pink. And I'm just going to tear that off and wrap it around. And I am not going to add anything else because I am going to be decorating or making this part of the paper clip a little bit more presentable. All right, so there is page 1. Actually, we can go ahead and do the paper clip now. This tucks into the pocket, this tag. There's a pocket on the back here that it tucks into. And so I need to do something with the front of that. And I think what I'm going to do is just make it into a altered paper clip. And I think since I already have love on there, no, that's kind of big. It's kind of big. All right, I've got this piece of music paper, and I think that I can just I need to age it first because it's like bright white. Let's throw some of the green on there too. Might as well. Ouch. And that's what happens when you put your hurt finger in. I'll just cover that spot up with something. Or I can just fold it. Yep, I can just fold it like this. Sorry, I think I'm off screen. I did get new springs put on my camera, so hopefully I don't have the clinking and clanking that I'm always fighting with. All right, so what do I want to put on here with this? Again, I'm going to go back to the stamps. Looking for a smallish one so that I won't have to cut much off of it. That one will work. I'm inking the whole thing, but I don't think you're going to see part of it. If I do that one, and this one already has green on it, and I could do that at the top. Where's that one skinnier? I'll put this one at the top and this one at the bottom. Yep, that'll work. That'll do, pig. And let's see. Trying to figure out the best way to do this because this actually goes over the page, so I need to have it just on the big loop. So I am going to actually just go ahead and glue this whole thing and slide it up on there. I think that's how it's going to work best. Nope, I'm going to do it this way. I am going to glue these on first. Make sure they are where I want them to be. Not worrying about what doesn't get shown. That's going to go that way. Yep. All right, so now I'm going to make sure, ouch. Gosh, I keep sticking the wrong finger in the ink dauber. All right, so let's get the glue out. This is an experiment, folks. I've not made one this direction before. All right, so I am going to put glue over the entire thing so that all of the surfaces that need to be glued together will actually get glued together. Sorry, that goes there and that goes there. And now I'm just going to slide this behind that first layer. And then I'm gonna pinch it down, pinch, 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 pinch. All right. Well, I like that. There. Haha. All right, that's done. Yes, sometimes I get a little giddy, a little silly. Okay, straighten up. Let's go to the inside. We've already done part of the inside. And I think that those were actually ready. They're just gonna go in there. These are ready. And I wanted to use this really, really pretty rose just to decorate. Just to decorate. And I think that it got angled. Yes, just like that. And so I am going to ink it real quick. I'm going to tear up my butterfly first. I may end up having to glue the wings down after all. And there we go. That finishes off that particular pocket. Except for I think I need a little more glue on that leaf. Yep, because that's all I was going to do on that pocket. I am going to come back and glue down my butterfly wings. I was going to leave them up, but they keep catching. And so I'm just going to give them a little dab to keep them all together so they don't rip. All right, so that's done. Now on this, I decided I was going to put tabs on these two tags. I have to emphasize so that I make sure and say the right word. All right, and so these tags are part of Nanine's kit. And I need to trim them, but to make sure that they're even, I'm going to go ahead and fold across that line at the top. And I still don't think that I folded it straight. I did not. This is hard actually to do. There we go, that's better. And then I'll just take my scissors and I'll take my small ones. And I will trim them both at the same time, and then I know that they're the same, or pretty close. I do know that papers do tend to shift sometimes. Hit it quick with the inker. With the ink. Go, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And I am just going to attach them to the tags, and I don't remember which one I laid out to go with which one. I got a feeling that it's really not going to matter. See, that one goes that way because it faces forward, and I want the print from the digital to show. Yes, just like that. Oh, this may be fun, trying to tie this bow without my finger. Find out what happens. Okay. Good enough for right now. Okay, so we've got that one. Now, for here, I want to put another tab on this particular tag. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. Now this one, because the corners stick up over because of the shape of the tag, I'm just going to trim off the excess of the tab. and it's fine. I think that looks good. That goes in that pocket. And then right here, I need to do some inking on this. I probably should have cut out that big white part. I think I will. I'm pretty sure I just left it like that so that it would stay a little bit more unharmed. Oops. Ouch. While it was waiting for me to get back to it after deciding what I was going to do. All right, so let's make sure that I'm doing this the right way. Yep, so I just don't want glue from that point to that point. I will put my fingers there, I'll put glue everywhere else. There we go. And I like that. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to the back before we go to the buttons. And I want to put a keeper down here at the bottom so that my booklet doesn't fall out. And so I am just going to take a piece of parchment paper that I've torn, and I'm going to put this butterfly stamp on it. Just like that. And then I am just going to glue the bottom portion, and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac for that. I think I'm going to do something else. Remember, I put foam tape right there to kind of lift that belly band up just a little bit to clear the booklet that I put in. I think I'm going to do the same thing with this. Put the foam tape on there so that it stands up just a little bit to help hold that book in. And then the booklet will just slide down, and there we've got the keeper. And now we need to take the booklet out because I want to glue this bird right there. He's going to look like he's peeking out from behind the booklet when the booklet is in place. All right, I like that. I like that. Let me clean up my mess a little bit here. That's not gluing down. All right, so the last thing I need to do is put on my closure, and this button is going to go there. And it can't pick it up. This one's going to go right here. Okay, so I picked out a pearl brad because that is how I'm going to fasten the button over here. And so I need to find the center. I have my 1/16, I think it is. And you can just punch a hole in it with your needle or whatever if you want. Matter of fact, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do instead. I'm just going to place my button where I think it needs to be, which is going to be right about the center and right about there. And I'm just going to poke through my 2 holes. I have the same thing that I'm going to be doing here with this smaller button, because that's how I'm going to hold my ribbon in. So I'm going to poke a hole, poke a hole. Now, to put a brad through a button, you've got to spread the legs. These are the legs, or I think that they're called legs. So you've got to take them apart a little bit so that you can pull them through the button. And then I'm doing my best to push the button down all the way, or the brad, excuse me, the brad all the way down on the button. I got a little crooked there. I'm trying to straighten it up without breaking the brad. If I break the brad, you know what? I've got a top that I can use then. Glue it onto something else. But I just push it down. Hopefully I don't break the button. Until it's all the way down, and then I have to line these back up again so I can get them through the 2 holes over here. The holes are a little bit small, but the brad will kind of pierce its way through anyway. And then you just spread those apart, and I push down really hard on a surface, a hard surface, just to get it as flat as I can. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Sometimes the prongs is another word for it. Sometimes the prongs need to be finagled a little bit. Get that all the way down. And then, before I put this one through, I'm going to tie my ribbon. Oh my goodness, I've got to tie again. I'm going to tie my ribbon around those prongs. Now, I haven't done this before. This is an experiment. I just take you guys along with me when I experiment so you can see things that work, things that don't work, and how to keep going instead of giving up. And this is going to be glued down. Matter of fact, I'm going to put glue on it right now so that I can hold my ribbon together. Because we don't want this ribbon to go anywhere. It needs to stay put. The other end of it can move. As a matter of fact, it needs to move because it's going to wrap around that button. And it is raining like crazy out there. And I think I've got a little bit of lace that I cut off over there. I think I may add that. Just real quick. And now I'm going to feed these 2 prongs through the holes I punched with the needle. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to spread the prongs out. Yes, the glue is squishing everywhere. which is actually what you want. I need something harder to press with. Here we go. And I'm going to cover up this prong. I'm going to cover up both prongs. I'm going to cover up this one with a piece of doily that I've cut off and I'm using elsewhere in the journal that I am making. So I am going to, let's see, make a circle here. Do that. And then I can go back and just kind of dab a little bit of glue around to get the rest of the pieces to stay down. There's that. And what do I want to put there? What do I want to put there? I'll go with this washi. I'm going to tear it. And I'm actually curving it just a little bit to kind of match that curve on the folder. Then I'll add this other piece that I tore off. Right down here, I think. Which means I need to add another piece somewhere because it has to be threes. So I think I will just add that right here. There we go. I need to trim that off because I didn't quite get it up as high as I meant to. I also didn't glue it, so I guess trimming it's going to work. Just like that. I think that what it is this packing paper. Things just don't glue to it very well. Because I also had to go back and re-glue the sheet music, and I can see it's coming up over here in another spot as well. So glue stick is not going to work on that packing paper, at least not this particular packing paper. And then this ribbon we can take, and it comes up and goes around. And around. Go. Now, that's a little long right now. So I think I am going to just cut off a little bit of it, and then I will have to get my lighter out and reseal the end of it. I like it. I think it turned out really, really cute. So let's go ahead and open it up. And we open it up by unwinding the strings and take off this paper clip, and it's actually going to pull this tag out of the pocket behind, but you can turn it like that and you don't have to take it completely out. We flip this up and we have this journaling card tucked right up in there into the envelope. But then we also have, if you tug on these little threads here, we've got our little journaling butterfly booklet. I kind of actually built on an idea from my granddaughter Rayleigh, who did this with some hearts. And I thought it was really cute. And that just tucks right into that secret pocket right there with just the strings hanging out. Got a little collage here, and I'll go over the paper clip when we pull the tag out. When we open it up, we have a pocket here, and it has an attached altered paper clip, journaling card. I think that turned out really cute. I like that. Like that idea a lot. And that just tucks in right there. And this paper clip goes down the front. Just like that. In this pocket, I've got 2 more journaling cards that are backed with coffee dyed paper. I've got washi tape accents. I have added this rose fussy cut here on this pocket. This pocket contains 2 more of the journaling cards and tags. Turn this way, and I have an accordion set of pockets, and it opens up this way and this way, and these 2 are also pockets that have tags inside them. Added these hole reinforcers to pick up on the pink in that azalea. Pretty sure it's an azalea. Over here we have 2 more pockets that I have decorated with a fussy cut. There's that tag backed on coffee paper. And this journaling card that is also backed on coffee paper, coffee dyed paper. And then we get to the back, and in this belly band we have another little booklet with pages that fold out for several places to write. And I have folded them like this, and then the last page I have folded over and decorated it with some washi tape, and it is machine sewn. Got the little keeper down here. And this just goes like this. And like that. I think it turned out super cute. Thank you for joining me today. And as always, be kind. Bye.